successful in all of these arenas. He is a top executive with this franchise. He loves to help people like me and you be successful, and he loves having fun doing it. I'd like you all to please welcome Silver Executive, Dr. Fred Corder.
Well, hello. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Is my volume good?
Yes. Excellent.
Right. Well, I want to thank you all. I always have this time of year when we have our first Black national holiday, which also happens to be my first holiday also, which is my birthday. So I want to thank you all who are at the conference and wish me for a happy birthday. I enjoyed it. And it's always nice to have a national holiday with your birthday. But, you know, I've been with this company for our inception. And there are very few times that you can say in your life that you were with Google when Google got started, or you were with Apple when Apple got started, because that's what this is going to be. This is an opportunity that you're going to be able to look at and see and watch it grow. And that's what really got me involved in it. The fact that we could get involved in really start from the basic business with people who had integrity, with people who wanted to see other people do well. And that's been the biggest part that's really enthused me. And so we've seen the company grow tremendously. Some of the things that we're doing now are just outstanding. They were nothing more than a whisper just a year, 18 months ago, and now we're actually doing it. But let me get into what we're talking about today, because I don't want to take too much of your time, but I want to make certain that we get all the information to you and make certain you can get the best information. So I'm going to do a little screen share here. If I can get to my PowerPoint. All right.
Not only is the company name wow, but God is wowing us as well.
We are here at our first Wow Factor national event, and it has been off the chain. We didn't just release one service, we released two. We didn't just release one product, we released three.
That's the start of wow, yes?
I am so excited to be a part of Wow because it just encompasses everything that I enjoy about life. The founder, he just represents true integrity, true generosity, and just a desire to help people, and that resonated within myself and my husband, and we just see ourselves being able to give our children generational opportunities beyond even our own lifetime.
It's hard to explain exactly how a national event affects you. It's almost like trying to describe a kiss as opposed to being kissed.
Don't have no fear, it ain't welcome here. It's not in our blood, we rise above. Strength at our core, so self-assured. It's in our blood, we rise above.
I love being with other people that have that sense of grind and that sense of determination. It's just refreshing to know that there are other people out here like me. And if you're looking for something like that, this is the place to be.
What really stood out to me about this event is just the amount of experience that's in the room. Definitely come learn a little bit more about WOW, aka Window of Wealth. Get some products, get some services, and get some knowledge, and of course, build your bank account.
I'm telling you, we are headed back here in July. We hope to see you here. Let's wow the world together. This is all year. God bless all of you.
We're gonna be legendary.
Whoa. Now, that's right. The name of the company is Wow.
Not only is the company name Wow, but God
Now, is the company name Wow? It's actually about that excitement. And if you saw in that just a sense of energy and vigor, that's right. That's what this company is about. It's about that sense of energy and vigor. And so many of us go through life every day doing things that we just have to do and don't get a chance to be with people who have something positive to say, positive to do. And that's the biggest thing about what we do is our ability to be having those what we call windows of wealth. That we can be able to sort of work with each other, watch each other grow, and make things happen. Well, how to get started? Is our CEO and founder, Tupac Ridicourt. It's a young man who actually came here. His family came up from Haiti, and then he grew up in New York, and I too from Washington area, from Detroit area. And when he said he got his first chance, he caught a bus and went from New York to Washington, D.C. I too caught a bus from Detroit and came to Washington. But he did it a few years later and actually went to Howard and was able to sort of get started in the network marketing business. Being an entrepreneurial spirit, he started off going to Howard and working at Howard, doing this work there, but then got into the entertainment business and found that he was able to make more money in entertainment than what he was doing in anything else. And so he then started with the entertainment business, but after that, you kind of realize that, entertainment can be up and down. COVID hits, recessions hits, and people stop entertaining. So he then switched to the network marketing business, where he grew an organization that had over 80,000 distributors worldwide. Not only that, he had over 83 people at a level of six figure, and that was at what we call it vice president level. I too became one of those people who actually reached that level of vice president while working with him. After doing that, Tupac then saw an opportunity to be able to be a part of, control, and watch the direction of the growth of the business. And so he, along with a number of us, got together and started putting together Wow. And what's really good about it was that this is the values. This is a business that's based on very sound principles. One, vision. The vision is it's not just for us. This is for our children and our children's children. We want to teach young adults, everyone, how to be successful and happy in life. That's the vision. That you can work with people, that you can enjoy what you're doing. We're very transparent. We're very transparent of what we're doing, how we're making it happen, what's going on in the business. And if you've into doing anything successful in life, I'm a physician of 40 some odd years. I went to medical school, but because I did consistent work, by the age 24, I had an MD degree. I went on to have a practice that had over 6 medical offices in Washington, D.C. area. Okay. Myself and my wife have put together a business because we've been consistent. That's what we want to teach people in this business. How that if you learn the principles of consistency, you too can build a successful base in business. And our purpose is working together. And as I mentioned earlier, it's not just about me, you, but it's about our legacy. It's about what we teach our children, what we teach our family, and how we're able to do that. And how we begin to learn to become disciplined to be able to enjoy the fruits of life. Oftentimes people do a little bit of that, a little bit of this, and don't understand the principle of discipline. And that's really what's a big part of what we do. Window of Wealth, it's a health, wellness, and financial literacy company. What does that mean? We mean we're interested in all of this, your health, your wellness, and your financial literacy. WOW has created a safe community of like-minded individuals that want to embrace a beneficially whole life approach as it pertains to wellness, both physically and financially. So we're folks who are working together and working together, we want to make certain that we begin to build health-wise, wealth-wise, financial-wise. And the company is proving that from the beginning. Now, those pictures that you saw was from our first national convention. We've had 3 since then. And in each one of those, the energy continues to grow because we have a concept of people over profit. It is yes, 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 yes. We all want to make money. We all want to make sure we're successful. But we want to make sure we help other people, that we help people who want to go to school, that we help schools that want to help other children. This is an important part of what we do with that. Now, the economy is up and down and changing at times, but you ever know that the best time to make a change is when things are changing? Because when inflation is moving, tuition, grocery bills, gas, those things are happening. People are looking for other ways to secure themselves. Bill Gurley, one of the top financial investors, says this is the best time in the last 15 to 20 years to actually open up a new business because people are looking. People want to know, what can you do to help me change what I'm doing? As I mentioned earlier, one of our key things is health. And as a physician, I can tell you medicine is changing. It is changing to the point that going to the emergency rooms and waiting in line is not going to be the commonplace. Telehealth is the move that's happening. And we're at the forefront of that. We actually can give you the opportunity to have a telehealth plan for yourself for $19 a month. And at $19 a month, you get all these basic services. Is you be able to have 24-hour access to a provider. You're able to get prescriptions called in as needed, advice. All these things will be there for you. Not only that, for up to $49, you can actually have 7 people sign up for telehealth. And so what we're looking at is being able to offer people opportunities that can, one, help them and help our community. And so telemedicine and the company that we're working with is called Epic MD. If you become an executive with us, that is, you come and join our program, our CEO actually makes certain that you're able to cover at least 7 people. And I say 7 people, not 7 family members, because you might have an aunt, an uncle, a cousin, or somebody who needs health, telehealth. You can actually sign them up under your plan of $49 a month. Now, you can either sign them up and say, hey, here's some telehealth for you, or you can charge them $10, and after 4 or 5 of them, you've actually paid for your program already. And this telehealth has not only access to expert mental health, try to get mental health counseling now, almost impossible. We now have an organization that's working with us to provide that kind of telehealth for us. And while we're talking about health, one of the biggest things about health is, what can I do to improve my health? Now, if you listen to what we've told you over the years, we've often talked about marijuana, CBD, saying what are all the bad things about it, but very few people ever talk about the good things. Only to find out that it's not just marijuana, but CBD is the key entity. And much research is being done around the country, and we found that CBD has significant improvements in inflammation, in stress, anxiety, sleep. And so we have an array of products that works on just that. We have our gummies for energy, for sleep, for immune protection. We have our tinctures, will give you total body anti-inflammation. We have pain creams and sprays, and we even have a salt, bath salt. If you've ever used bath salts on your body, you know that it helps to rejuvenate your skin. So one, we talked about the inside, the health, the mental health or the physical health. Now we actually begin to look at the use of CBD to help improve your body. Now, in addition to that, our CBD, many people know a lot about CBD, but let me give you just a little snippet about why people are changing their attitude about CBD.
CBD, short for cannabidiol, is a non-psychoactive compound in cannabis responsible for many of cannabis's medical benefits. On the other hand, THC, short for tetrahydrocannabinol, is the psychoactive compound in marijuana that causes the high associated with cannabis use. They are 2 completely separate cannabinoids, which are a class of chemical compounds that interact with special receptors in our body called cannabinoid receptors. Dr. Sanjay Gupta, an American neurosurgeon and CNN's chief medical correspondent, changed his stance on the prohibition of cannabis while investigating its powerful therapeutic properties and witnessing CBD successfully treat Americans. He shocked mainstream America, saying, "We have been terribly and systematically misled for nearly 70 years in the United States, and I apologize for my role in that." Through Dr. Gupta's review of the history of cannabis, he found that it has been a legitimate medicine for at least 3,000 years. And Dr. Gupta isn't alone in supporting cannabis research. The director of the National Institute on Drug Abuse, Dr. Nora Volkov, testified before the Senate saying that CBD appears to be a safe drug with no addictive effects, and the preliminary data suggests that it may have therapeutic value for a number of medical conditions. Research has shown that CBD can influence many conditions and bodily functions, including inflammation, neuropathic pain, autoimmune disease, energy regulation, metabolism, reproductive function, appetite, depression, anxiety, and even cancer. But how can one cannabinoid affect so many bodily processes without causing adverse side effects? The answer lies in our biochemistry, the natural intelligence of the body. We have naturally occurring cannabinoid receptors all over our body that interact with CBD. We have these receptors because our body is constantly making its own cannabinoids. These receptors and cannabinoids make up most of our endocannabinoid system, or ECS. Our ECS is always in action, and if functioning properly, is a major factor in keeping us healthy. Many doctors now think that some people suffer from an endocannabinoid imbalance, known as clinical endocannabinoid deficiency, or CED. People suffering from CED may benefit by supplementing with cannabinoids such as CBD. CBD is the most abundant cannabinoid in hemp, a cannabis crop the federal government allowed individual states to legalize in the 2014 Farm Bill. Hemp-derived CBD is legal in all 50 states, is non-addictive, does not cause a high, and is easy to incorporate into your current health routine.
Now, if you didn't hear anything in there, one thing you need to know that we talk about CBD because it has been healthy. It has improved people's health across the board. What I mean by that, I mean, things that we used to talk about that you could go and take medicines for, that you can take NSAIDs for, that we now can improve that. We look at prevention. And we're going to talk more about prevention because, as I said, we are looking at creating that wellness to everyone. And we've talked about your medical health. We talked about your internal health. We want to talk about your pocketbook. We now have actually what we call a WOW University, where we're actually able to give you courses at your own pace. You know, people always say, "Oh, I know all about credit report. I know what it means. I know about life insurance." Sometimes we don't know. And wouldn't it be nice to be able to go someplace to listen to experts talk about it at a rate that you can deal with? You know, sometimes you go to a lecture and they just talking, and you're like zoned out. This you can actually put it on hold, go get a cup of coffee, come back, listen to it again, wind it back. Learn about how you can begin to, one, repair your credit, improve your credit, buy homes, the importance of insurance, meal planning, physical health. This is our WOW University. And WOW and online learning is over a $200 million industry. And we actually are selling this as a product, which means that not only that you can learn, but you actually can be able to sort of give this like a library to someone where they too can begin to learn and be able to know what to do about different things. Now, it just doesn't stop. Credit repair. We talked about learning about it, but many of us are doing things, paying $300-400 a month for someone to, quote, repair your credit. But many of these things you can be able to really work with and do yourself. So we're working with a credit company that actually will teach you and show you how to repair your credit. Not only that, their charge is only $29 per month. That is, they keep up with your credit report for you. They don't charge you crazy fees for letters that you can send out on your own, and they'll help you do that.
You no longer need to pay expensive credit repair companies hundreds, if not thousands of dollars to fix your credit. Our easy-to-use and fully automated credit repair system is completely free, guiding you step by step and automatically analyzing your credit reports so you can quickly understand what is negatively affecting your score. The software intelligently walks you through the simple process of submitting high-impact credit dispute letters, all with one click of the mouse. Throughout your entire journey, we will be by your side, providing you monthly updates, letting you know what accounts have been removed, along with what your updated credit scores are. This is by far the fastest, easiest, and most effective way to repair your credit, all at no cost.
Hey, we're working with you to help improve your life. That's what's important. And we talked about your health. We talked about your life. How about your home? Now, most of us have some kind of a security system. Suppose I told you that Brink's Security has actually coupled with us to present a security package that is very good. Not only is it very good, they have one that's even better and one that's even best. And imagine if you were to market one of these programs, you could get a bounty or a reward of up to $250, $300, or even $350 simply for giving people the information and having them put in a system that they were going to put in anyway. And so top line, Brink's Security, Brink's Homes now is actually helping you, and we have that as a marketing tool there. You want to help some people? Know anybody who don't have internet, who don't have a phone? Suppose I told you there was actually a government program that few people know about that's providing free internet service to people for up to 5 years. And if you already have a SIM card, it doesn't cost you anything. If you want a hotspot, you can get that for $50. If you want a smartphone, $70, a tablet for $20. What does that mean? You actually get one of these devices, activate it for $20, $50, or $70, and have 5 years of free service. Now, yes, you have to qualify for it. There are some qualifications because it is a program, government program. But you know, anybody who has food stamps, who has Pell Grants, who uses WIC, any of these can do that. But not only do you help them get free internet, but you also get a reward again of $25 just for helping them get it. And you get a residual bonus of 50 cents a month. And 50 cents a month is not much. Hey, guess what? It's 50 cents that you don't have to do anything for. It's called residual money. It's money that just comes in. You do it one time, you help them get the service, they get it for 5 years, get 50 cents. And we actually have literature not only in English, but in Spanish. Maxip, the company that is working with us, takes care of delivering the products, making certain that you get them and that it's operational. Hey, all we have to do is find people who are interested in the service. That's the amazing part. Now, this is one of my favorite slides now, because we came to this point and we would tell people, those are good things that we talked about. We talked about our Maxip. We talked about our home security. We talked about telehealth. But you know what? In the future, we're going to have a weight loss and a health program. In the future, we're going to have coffee. In the future, we're going to have wearable tech and solar energy. And sometimes you hear people talk about stuff and they go, yeah, in the future, you say that. Guess what? We now have a health maintenance program. Not just a health maintenance program. This program, which we're calling Cherish Wellness, is a program that actually allows you to test your blood against over 170 different products and see whether or not you have inflammation. If you talk to your doctor or anybody in the health field, they will tell you the key to most chronic illnesses is chronic inflammation. The key to even some of our common things, diabetes, high blood pressure, strokes, heart attack, cancer, is inflammation. If you have problems losing weight, you could be eating the wrong foods. Now, sometimes people think, oh, I eat well. How do you know you eat well? It's not about just picking 3 different labels and say this is how you should eat. How about we can actually do tests to be able to test for over 170 different products and see which one causes inflammation in your body? Which one should you be avoiding? What should you be eating more of or less of? This is a program, our Cherished Wellness program, utilizing MRT, which is mediated response testing, where we actually will work with you to help you know what to do. And the program, as we're doing it, is actually getting started. We just kicked it off. We have people already who is starting on it. We're getting blood drawn, done. And at the end of the 6 months, we're going to see who's the healthiest or who's had the greatest improvement. There's $1,000 on the table for that. Now, we talked about coffee. Now, you can go get your regular coffee, but suppose I told you we had a specialty blend coffee. Not just one of those coffees that's Maxwell House, and not to knock any particular brand, but here we have the top coffees. These coffees are not just coffees that are grown at any elevations, because the elevation actually helps make the better coffee. And so this is a top brand coffee. And we have one that we're calling the Black Gold, the other that we're calling Rose. And it also has sort of a smooth flavor to it when you eat it. Well, we talked about doing it, we actually did it. And we're actually doing these things. And this is why this company is actually exciting to be with. And we can actually work with and see these things happen. But, you know, many of us go to work, you get paid, and you wait for that every other Friday, or if you're not lucky, maybe every once a month, or, you know, you just get paid whenever they pay you. But can you imagine being at a company that doesn't just pay you once a month, but can pay you for fast track bonuses, which means you help people get involved, we actually pay you for that. As your organization grows, we pay you for that. We actually give you residual money. Do you go to work and at the end of the year, they tell you that, hey, because you work, we're going to pay you because you work? No. Hey, we have customer milestone. The more you do, the more you get paid for. We actually have bonuses for helping you as you build your business. In short, we have over 11 different ways to pay you to make money in this company. And all of them are based on a very simple principle. One, we talk to people and we get customers. And 2, we talk to people and we have partners. We just work with people who are interested in either 1, utilizing our services. As you see, we have services that are everything from internet to health, to people who are saying, hey, I'd like to be able to make a little extra money. I'd like to be able to build a legacy for my children. I'd like to be a part of a positive group. And so if you got started in this business, just to give you one of our examples, and you came into the business and you had what we call 12 customer points, but just as a way of us measuring that everybody's doing their part, and you sponsor 2 other people in the business, you'd make $250 if you sponsor them in the first month. If in that same month you went on to have 20 customer points and 4 people, you get 500, but you actually can make back the money it cost you plus by sponsoring 5 people, 25 points, and make $1,200. Now, the secret to this whole business is growing. The secret is spreading the idea with other people and working with them, and watch your group that may start off with just you. And then you sponsor 5 other people and you make an additional $1,200. But for them, you have customers. And with those customers, you make residual money. And from that residual money, you can start off making an extra $250. But as your group grows, as it grows, the residual that you get actually grows until finally your group can grow into not only into the 5s or 10s, but actually into the hundreds. Remember I told you Tupac Shakur had over 80,000 people in his group. Okay, we can do this. And that's why we're saying you have the ability to be able to set what's your price? How much is your time really worth? That's what we want to do. You reach the level we call executive vice president, which I reached in the last company, and we're on our way to do it in this company. You get a $5,000 earned bonus. If you do that, you also get a car allowance, and at that level, you get a free vacation. In addition to that, if you reach the level we call triple diamond, you will get a $250,000 earned position bonus. Now, let me take a minute. Whatever you do in your life, whatever job business that you do, is there any one thing you can do and they tell you that your reward is going to be a $250,000 earned position bonus? No, not even as a physician. I don't get a position bonus of $250,000. Okay. So what we're saying is we're setting the carrot out there and letting you know the possibilities are there for you to do that. Right now, our business is within the United States, but our plan is to go global. In the United States, network marketing is worth about $36 billion. But across the world, it's a $360 billion business. Can you imagine at some point people in your business can be living in Korea, Africa, Spain, and they're a part of your business and you get a residual override on the business that they do? This is why we get in this. This is why we work on that. How do you do this? You get started with $349. And with that, you actually get products. You actually will get our telehealth that we talked about. If you don't want products, you actually can get our executive digital bonus, which actually gives you just our university, along with the telehealth and along with your website. Now, for those who are really see the bigger picture, we have what we call the founder's bonus. The founder's bonus is actually an investment. Well, you are going to put you at a position that you will be able to earn an additional 2% of the business we do every year. Imagine if you were a founder at the time that Apple was started. And if at this point now you were getting 2% of all the Apple products that are being sold now, that's what we're talking about here. We're looking for people to lay the foundation to build a business that goes. And like any other business, I'm a physician. I have to pay rent. I have to pay for supplies. But in our business, it costs you $99 a month. You may either get our digital portion or our product portion, where for $99 a month, this is your back office costs. It helps keep you going, okay? In addition to that, you get a website. And this is our website. This is an example of it. It's a nice, clean website that allows people to either go on and join on your website, start up telehealth, CBD products, internet, credit repair, all these things are right there. And now in this do-it-yourself world, people can actually go on here and order right straight from your website. Okay. Now, when you look at what we're talking about CBD products, weight loss, weight management products, coffee, we say coming soon, they are now here. Now our Epic telehealth brings security. Now, sometimes people may say, oh, that's a lot of stuff. Hey, it's like going shopping. You don't buy everything in the store. You buy what it is and you shop what works for you. And as it works for you, as you build your business, something else works for someone else. So we work together as a team to maximize the services that we have. Unlike going out and starting a McDonald's, which you can do for $1.1 million in cash and an investment of $2.2 million, or Denny's for $228,000. Hey, our business only costs you $349 to get started. You get a website, you get digital courses, you get telehealth. All these things are there for you. We have it's biannual conferences where you get a chance to meet other people and actually work with them. Now, if you don't own your own business, you should, because there are different tax write-offs for people who own a business compared to those who just work for someone. So you get that addition. I'm going to let Tim Grover talk. He is the trainer for Michael Jordan and for Kobe Bryant. But listen to his concept of how life is. What does it take to really be successful, like a Michael Jordan, like a Kobe Bryant?
If you think the price of winning is too high, wait till you get the bill from regret. And that bill from regret is generational. And there's a lot of people listening to this that bill has been passed on from generation to generation, and you are holding that bill right now. And somebody in one of your generations has to pay that bill off in order for the generation to move on. And the only way that bill gets paid off is you got to be willing to make the hardest decisions.
And a key part here, he says make the hardest decisions. It's not the hardest work. It's the hardest decision. The hardest decision is not to just be a part of. The hardest decision is to say, hey, I'm willing to do something to make a difference. And that's what we really talk about in this business. We're an opportunity business. We're a business that says you can become that what you want to be. And we are giving you the tools, whether it's products, whether it's computer, whether it's information. Just imagine you're able to actually have all of this to market to people and be able to build a structure where you too can live the lifestyle that you want to live. So I am Dr. Frederick Porter. I am at work, but I do this because I enjoy work. I've been a physician for over 40 some odd years. But if I don't do this, what am I going to do? Because I like doing what I do. Not everybody can say that about their job. Okay. But in addition to that, I still take the time out to talk to people about how you can build a future yourself. I'm going to take a break here. If there are any questions, I want to thank Margaret for introducing me. Thank you very much. Take my sponsor, Cecil Calliste, was there, and Tupac the Rent-A-Court. I want to tell you all that if I said anything that sounds interesting to you, make certain you come back and listen again. As a matter of fact, on Thursday, we actually will be talking more about our weight management program right after our training session on Thursday. So on Thursday at 8 o'clock, we will be doing one of our first MRT training sessions. And so if you're interested in it, if you know people who might need it, you should be there. Thank you. All right, Margaret, I hand it back over to you.
All right, all right. Thank you so much, Dr. Fred. That was a wonderful presentation. Even I learned some new things. So I just wanted to ask if any of the guests have any questions. Nancy, how about you? How did you find the presentation? Can you unmute yourself?
Hi, it was pretty good. It was something new, something different that I've never seen. I don't know if I have questions yet.
You know, that means you should see it again.
I think, for me, I think my concern was, I like the 250,000, but my first question is, how much people do I need to get that 250,000 bonus? Because that's the most thing that catches me. Like, 250, that's pretty good, but what do you do to get to that point, and how long can you take to get to that point?
The answer is very simple. You help other people.
Yeah, but how much?
Oh, well, you will end up building an organization that will have literally hundreds of people in it.
So you're gonna, okay.
So you will sponsor maybe 10, 15, 20, 30 of those people personally. But the people who you sponsor will sponsor people. And as they grow, you grow. So it's a business that's based on the principle of if we all help each other, the possibility of rising higher is there.
And how fast anybody else has reached that goal for the 250 that you know?
Tupac the Rent-A-Court, who is our founder here, actually was one of the people who reached that in his previous business. It took him, he was in the business for a total of 15 years, but in those last 5 to 7 years where he actually went from being very well to being very well off.
Okay.
It's a business where you work with other people. Everybody on this call is a part of his organization that got started just 2 years ago. And on this call, there are about 4 people on here that I have that are in my organization. Okay. And as each one of us bring on people in work, that's the secret. It's not that we need to go and eat the elephant. We need to bring the ants to eat the elephant.
Okay. Makes sense.
So whoever invited you, I think you are very sharp. You're my kind of person, because when I went to my first meeting, I didn't hear anything until they talked about building a business that could create hundreds of thousands. When they said making a little thousand, I said, that's nice. Have the eye.
Thank you.
All right. Any other questions that we need?
Let's see. Genevieve, are you a guest this evening? Are you able to unmute yourself? How about Brenda Boyd? Are you a guest this evening, Brenda?
Genevieve is actually a executive. She's one of my organization, but she's just getting started in the business. And so, yes. All right. Well, I want to thank everybody. I'm glad to sort of be on. I will be on Thursday. Myself, my wife, Dr. Marilyn Corder, we'll be talking about our MRT program. If you ever thought about how can I really be healthy? Why is it that some people get stuff and they don't know why? That's what we're going to talk about. We're going to show and talk about how you can begin to change your lifestyle utilizing modern day science and technology to improve yourself. Not just guessing, but actually knowing what it is that can help you. And then working with that data, that information to help improve your health. Right? I want to thank you, Cecil. Any parting words as I
I just want to first of all just say I am beyond grateful and excited as always to hear and learn from Dr. Fred Corder. So I just love you taking the time to pour into all of us and impart such incredible wisdom. And you know, I agree with you, Nancy. Phenomenal question that just shows and says that you have that mindset. You remind me of myself. Because I have to hear six figures for you to turn on my switch, right? So I understand that question as a powerful one. So Dr. Fred, I did see that Elizabeth asked a question as well. How many persons are currently in this business? And if you'd like, I can answer. You could answer. It's up to you, sir.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, I know we have over 600 individuals that have begun the journey with this company. We're close to 700 at this point that are a part of this young and the very beginning of an amazing and incredible company that will spread across the country and the globe. So you're at the very beginning of something remarkable. I want to make sure everybody hears that, the beginning of something remarkable that's going to change lives globally, which is why this is so exciting. So beyond excited about being able to be in the room at the beginning. How many of us wish we were in the room when there was just a few people there with Microsoft, or just a few people there with, Facebook, or any of those major companies that have come and gone, they become multi-million or multi-billion-dollar companies. You get to be here at the very beginning and the inception of something remarkable that will change a lot of lives. So, Elizabeth, great question. That's one of the exciting parts of being here at the very beginning of something exciting. So, again, appreciate everyone taking the time. Want to give it back to Dr. Fred to close us out. Phenomenal presentation, and beyond excited about where all of us are going as we position ourselves to take advantage of this incredible and amazing company window of wealth. Back to you, sir.
All right, I want to thank you, and I appreciate the time. I look forward to as many of you who can. We may have someone for tomorrow evening at 8 following our training session. I want to thank you. But as I always say, enjoy the journey. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you so much.
Excellent. Good night, everyone. Thank you for participating.
All right. Thank you, Sydney.
And stay warm.
Jeanette, thank you. All my people are here starting up. We're working, making it happen. Thank you.
Hey, Dr. Fred. Sorry about that. Yeah.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah,